Alright, this is Mr. Harper. Obviously I'm not here at school today, so I just figured I'll walk you through how to do this PaintPot tutorial. This tutorial is found in Google Classroom, week number 3. Just click the link. One thing I would do right now is pause this video, and I'll put my instructions on the top screen, and then have your bottom screen with App Inventor open up. That way you can just switch back and forth. Or if you like, you can just read through this whole tutorial. So this is the overview of PaintPot. You should be able to draw on the screen. Instead of using the picture of the cat, you can just use your avatar picture. And of course, if you want to download the cat, you can always download the cat. It's not a big deal. So first thing you want to do is go to App Inventor. I believe you want to start a new project. If you're already in projects, I believe you click Project, Start New Project. I'm going to call this one PaintPot. And so this should open up our little dialog area. Really important that you're going to be able to read this and read and follow the instructions, because this is going to show you how to make this app. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to change the screen title to PaintPot. So I believe that's going to be found in for the designer window, screen title PaintPot. So I'll go back on screen 1. Just need to go down. There's the title. We'll call that one PaintPot. And once you do that, you'll notice it changes right here on the screen. So I'm not going to read any of this, but you definitely want to make sure you read this. That way you know what you're doing. Gonna scroll down. It says set up components. So we'll use 3 components to make the PaintPot, or these components, 3 buttons, a canvas, a background image, this kitty. I think if you click that, I can just right click and save image as, and just save it on my desktop. So then I can hit back to go back. Okay, and it looks like you're going to need a canvas, background image. That's a background image in horizontal arrangement to make the 3 buttons line up side by side. So you're going to be tempted just to make this, but I would definitely read the instructions. Drag a button onto this viewer, change the button's text to say red, make its background color red. So button. I believe we're going to rename this one red button. We're going to change the text to say red, and then we're going to change the background color to red. Okay, renamed it from button, called it red button. It's supposed to be called button red, so red button, same difference, so that doesn't matter. Want to make 2 more buttons, call them blue button blue, button green. So come back over here, add another button. Blue button. We will change the text to say blue, and then we will change the background color to blue, and 1 more button. I believe we're going to make that one say green button, so rename green button. And then we can come over here, change the text to say green, and change the background color to green. So that's that. Just remember, you can pause this video at any time. So if I'm moving too fast, you can slow it down or just pause it. That way you can keep up to what we're doing. Okay. So that is definitely how my components look. So we have our palette, we got our buttons on our designer view. We have all the components, screen 1, all our buttons, and then we have the properties that we changed. And so my screen looks similar to that, so I think I'm good. So we can move down to laying out the screen. You should have 3 buttons, 1 below each other. Next up is to make them line up horizontally. So we're using a horizontal arrangement to make them go side by side. So from the palette, drag out a horizontal arrangement component and place it under the buttons. change it to 3 buttons. Change the name to 3 buttons. So scroll down to layout, horizontal. Rename that one to 3 buttons. And I believe we're going to change this width to fill parent. So now we just drag these buttons in here. You can see the blue line that appears. But that's essentially it. Okay. So we go down. That's what our screen looks like. Okay. So this right here is going to talk about the different arrangements and how you can lay out your app. Once again, I do recommend you read this because I'm not going to read it because I've already read it. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our canvas, and a canvas is what you use for drawing things. So looks like from drawing animation, we're going to drag out a canvas component into the viewer. We're going to change this name to drawing canvas and set its width to fill parent and its height 300 pixels. So drawing and animation, drag out a canvas. I believe we called this one the drawing canvas, so rename drawing canvas. App Inventor doesn't really like spaces, so let's hit that delete button. Drawing canvas, change the height to 300 pixels. Make sure you hit OK. And change that width to fill parent, just like that. Okay. And it says from the palette, we can. Oh, forgot a step here. It looks like we could change from the canvas property panel. You could change the PNG file from the Hello Pro tutorial, or you could add another one. We're going to add a background image. So basically, we click this image. We can go down to background image. We can upload our file or choose file. It's going to be on our desktop. And I believe it was just called Kitty. And hit OK. So there we go. And then the last thing we're going to do is drag out one button, call it button white, and change the text to white. So back to our user interface, drag out a button, put it down at the bottom. We're going to call it the white button. And we're going to change the text to say white. So we have the screen here. If this is too big, you can always click on screen 1 and you can make screen 1 scrollable right here. Clicking that, then you'll be able to actually scroll up and down on the screen. So if you have a lot of components where you can't see the bottom, that's definitely where you want to make your screen 1 scrollable. Okay, so it looks like we have that. So right now you should get a tablet. You want to test your app, want to make sure it looks right. Obviously, if you press these buttons, nothing's going to happen because we really haven't added any code yet. So we're going to add behaviors to the components. So it's going to have us switch to blocks. And once again, we have these built-in blocks, and then we have all the components that we added. So looks like button red is clicked. We're going to set the paint color to red. So the button red is due, so this is our event. So this is what's going to trigger our code. We'll click our drawing animation, and it looks like we're going to change the set to drawing canvas paint color to, and we can go to colors and we can make it red. Okay. So we can do the same thing 3 times. So I can go back to App Inventor. I can actually right click, duplicate, we got this error message here that just means there's two of them, they're duplicates, so they're the same, so it doesn't like that. So I can just change this to blue button. I can click the color, I can change it to blue, and I can duplicate the code again. I can change that to green button. I can change the color to green. So relatively pretty simple. And it looks like the last thing we're going to do is when we click the white button, click that, and go down to our canvas, drawing canvas, and we are going to call our drawing canvas to clear. So that's going to clear our drawings. So when we click the white button, that's going to make all our drawings go away. So if you actually test this, don't think you'll be able to see anything because you can't actually write on the canvas. So we're going to have to program our canvas to what happens when we actually touch it. So this is add touch event handler. So when drawing canvas is touched, it's right here. So we'll go down, we'll click on our drawing canvas. My drawing canvas is touched. I think we want it to draw a circle. So we're gonna go canvas. I'm gonna draw a circle, and we're basically gonna hover over and grab a get X, put it where we touched it at, and get Y. So these variables are when you touch the canvas, it records your actual coordinates and it puts it in there. And then I believe you're going to want to set the radius. They set the radius to 5. So if you want to make it, if you want to make the numbers a little bigger, you can just make them bigger. I'm just going to change this. I'm going to keep it at 5, but you can make it any number you want. So right now we're able to touch our canvas. When we touch it, it draws a circle. We're able to clear our canvas. So whenever we press the clear button, all our drawings go away. We're able to set the paint color. The only thing we can't do is actually write on our tablet, is write on our app. So that's what this next one is going to be. We're going to add a drag event, and so we're going to use this drag event, and we're going to use these built-in variables to keep track of when we're actually drawing. So back to App Inventor, drawing canvas. When it's dragged, we're going to want to go to drawing. I'll draw a line. And so it's really important we put the correct variable in the correct space, otherwise our line will not work correctly. So there's no shame in like pausing the video, but you come over here, you can go previous X, previous Y, current X, current Y. So previous X, remember to hover over this, then grab out a previous X, hover, then drag a previous Y. Same thing, current X, and then current Y. So this should be your app. You should have your app all created. So this will allow you to draw on your app, allow you to change the text color, allows you to draw circles, allow you to clear your drawings. One thing that I will get in the habit of doing is actually testing the app. So if you don't have a tablet, go ahead and test your app. I will add a video to part 2 for those of you who want to move on and do the next step. Alright.